Wonderful morning to everyone. Welcome back to the pre-market outlook session for the date of 25th of September 2025. So this may be today's behavior on the markets and major benchmark indexes would be watched closely because today also, like we mentioning key dates in the month of every month in the month of outlook reports and all, which can be treated today can be treated an interim significancy oriented date, because in today's trend what the Nifty is making high and low also may act as a trend decider. If the Nifty is likely to protecting in the way of fall if any happens for the day, that also will be matched with the significant what we are discussing for the date total day. So in the manner, while approaching Nifty or any other index or any stocks as well, based on the levels already we have mentioned, discussed, and today what the levels has been mentioned to be gatherly minded and applied the strategies of buy on dips, because the market already at the edge of making a bounce or a reversal kind of activities. Anyhow, which should be watched based on today's high and low the Nifty is going to post. That can be a decider for the further trend. Even tomorrow's trend also maybe get impacted based on today's one. So that's the new announcement based on the behavior analysis we can say for the Nifty. Moving to the review of yesterday's trend, as it has locked or trapped in the tight range of trading, as it has become very new for the market and become normal for the market as well. The lackluster movements have been witnessed by the major stocks, index, even benchmark index. Because of the lackluster activities happened, the follow-through actions in the way of selling volume or either the side of the volume, we can say, buying volume also, likely to say. So both the way of volume backup has not supported the ongoing trend, and particularly for the recent trades or a recent trend, if you look back, after snapping the continuous upside attempts the market given, it has somewhat corrected in the ongoing trend. Who are all actually holding the position might have experienced that the ongoing behavior is having some price corrections as well as hesitations in the movement on either side. So because of this kind of behavior the markets are witnessing, we have mentioned in the phrase as usual, like the reversal on the radar. So what it means, it is quite interesting one. Before it is happening, based on the behavior analysis, we have find actually that about the reversal things are a turnaround in the current trend probably happening, because almost the Nifty is standing currently near to the support zones where it has to reverse or where the bounces and all can be expected like. So till yesterday, the market's activity in terms of selling side is getting worsening or is getting weakening further and further, which can be taken as a signal for the further movement in the market in the way of giving a reversal. So that the reversal kind of activities within a day or two one can expect from our markets. Coming to the part of the pre-market oriented outlook, In today's trend, as usual, it has now also for the opening trend and all now become very normal for the market opening in quite a muted manner or a flat side. So the flat opening can be expected, reflecting the kind of trend in the major global indices. After opening immediately, starting from the first 15-minute to first 1 hour, there one can see that decision on further or remaining part of the day's trend would be decided. So if it does so, or decision made within the first hour based on the levels we have mentioned here, that means if the Nifty holds 25,000 while the first 1 hour ends, or otherwise if the Nifty has not broken in the first 15-minute time frame below the 25,000 level, any other one should be respected. In 15 minutes time frame, it should not break the 25,000 on downside, or in the 1 hour time frame closing with 10:15, the Nifty should hold the 25,000 levels. So if it does so, we can get the signal or a confirmation based on the behavior it is going to witness, as a reversal kind of things can be expected. So from there, one can start building the long positions. But conversely, if it is not happening, or if it fails to hold the levels in the stipulated time frames and all, then one can confirm the further downward drifting towards the 24,900 to seek buying support can expected. So that is what we have mentioned as a levels here. So 24,900 as a whole probably acting as a keen support for the market today. Even though that is breaking, nothing worry, because 24,800 immediately placed. So these are all actually constructive based supports after the Nifty built only the high positions and all, or a high areas and all approached, and then there from it is correcting to the constructor supporting zone only. So that thing, worrisome activities are there for the market. So one can enjoy the dips and are happening, means it should be actually as usual we telling like strategies to be followed in the way of buy on dips and sell on rise, because the supports are getting approached, one can apply or start deploying the buy on dips strategy. So that is what the strategies based on the trends and levels we can discuss. And today, if it is witnessing a very tight range, which also may happen, so that also included in the strategy, if it is making the moves between 25,000 to 25,150 means it would be very important to watch out the Nifty's movement and avoid trading on Nifty's future or option side, because of the lackluster or a sluggish movement it is going to witnessing means. So you will be somewhat gaining because of you are not capitalizing or parking your funds in between the ranges. So that also one kind of strategy finally one can have in mind. So that's all for the Nifty's way. And the sectors front and stock side, we can see what are the important names that may be helping the index to move or act. The first sector we can focus today would be on real estate side. Under this sector, major stocks are with actually signaling a downside kind of activities. But for that, one can confirm if yesterday's low for those kind of stocks, as like the strategy followed for the Nifty, if it gets broken or closes below the yesterday's low under the larger time frame starting 1 hour, Therefrom, the real estate stocks can be treated as a selling opportunity by the way of building the shorts or buying the put options. If it not happen, that may be the signal that stocks also can experience some important bouncing activities. And automobile also in the same kind. After closing in yesterday's way, the negativity is somewhat in the makeover. Whether it is going to make or break, that can be decided in today's trend for auto. Anyhow, that is not in a bigger way if it is falling further, because the supports are very near to the current levels. And from the bank side, public sector banks can be expected on the positive side. Some of the private banks, starting with the RBL and Yes Bank, can also be focused. On the energy side, particularly from the oil refiners, Hindustan Petroleum, BPCL kind of stocks can be watched out for building long. And the gas oriented ONGC, GAIL, Petronet LNG, these kind of stocks also can be queued up in a secondary way for making long positions. And finally, it is financial services or finance oriented stocks that can be focused, as we have been keep telling that under the finance, the category segment wise, we are actually providing stocks for you to make your trading decisions wisely. In that way, again, we are saying housing finance oriented stocks would be in high focus, followed with gold finance oriented. Finally, it may be on NBFC side. That's it for sector side, we can say. And from the stock side, the day traders would be having good opportunity while approaching the stocks like Tata Steel based on news, Lupin, Glenmark Pharma, Indian Hotels, Yes Bank, all based on news. SEPC also based on news. Bajaj Healthcare based on technical behavior. So these are all the opportunities oriented stocks for the day's trade. It is advised to keep very strict stop loss for all the trades because of the dull trade or a dim trade the markets are witnessing. Also, the direction almost at the edge of taking turnaround or making break kind of activities. So it would be very important to keep that stop loss for every trade to protect the capital. So that's it from today's trend and today's market outlook we can discuss. We wish everyone to have a prosperous trading day today. Until then, we will be signing off now and meeting in tomorrow's session. Thank you for your participation. Bye-bye.